out there, you global beings. It is Jules the Bart, and I'm here to share my altar making video with you. The snow moon is upon us, and on Wednesday, I have a snow moon gathering where me and some amazing people are going to gather, share our energy, let go of things that don't serve us, make plans for the future, and go away with our energy exponentially manifested and ready to follow through with our intentions for the coming month. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm just kind of moving stuff around to see where it fits, where it feels right, and where it sits in the shot so you can see all the things that I've put together. So you can see kind of front and center, I made this lantern with my high 30-minute prayer candle. It lasts there in about 30 minutes. One amazing thing that happened during this observance is that it was a bit windy and it was snowy, and still this candle lasted all the way to the end. So I think that that says some incredible things about what's going to happen on Wednesday, and that we're going to have the best energy present in order to outlast the the remaining hardships of winter, but also look forward to the next moon, the worm moon. And worm means that things are starting to worm about in the ground below as it thaws. And so that is a great thing for us to gather and together, share our energy, and look forward to. So on my altar, you can also see that I have my twinkly lights. This is a oh sorry, as you my phone actually got too cold, so I had to bring it in to warm it up. And so I brought it out in for about 3-minute intervals so it could survive. It was about -4, it wasn't that cold. But anyway, so the twinkly lights are there in case the candle was to go out. And that way the energy, the fire energy that I've placed on my altar is continuous. I ended up having a great result and didn't need it, but there you go. I lit some full moon incense in order to douse the area of all, negative energy and just to make the air fresh and clean and ready to receive that whatever energy I decided to conjure on it. And I brought in some colorful foliage, which is something that we like to do in order to lift moods and fight against depression that some people might have seasonal defective disorder. And it just, especially against the white snow, I think it looks incredible. There's some cedar there and those little berries that grow on my fence. I looked it up and they said it's an invasive species, but it leaves these beautiful red berries throughout the whole winter, so I've kept the plant. Then I have my little glow moon jar, which I always have on my altar, and it actually gets energy from, like light energy from the candle or whatever lights I'm using, and it will shine throughout the night. If I get up to go to the washroom or if it's dark in my room and I look over, it'll still be kind of glowing a little bit. So it always reminds me of the presence of the moon, no matter the phase and whether I can see the moon or not. I like to load it up with good vibes and good feelings and all the energy of the moon practices that I do so that anytime I see it, it's kind of like a positive trigger. So I'm triggered to think about all of the people and the energy that have been manifested on our moon gathering. And then I have my two stones. I have a pillar that to me represents the sun, and my stone, which is the obsidian black glass looking stone, and that is the moon, the stone I use to signify the moon, and it's actually me because moon, a lot of the stories about going back to days of old about the moon was the female energy, and then there my pillar is the sun and the light energy. I like to charge them both. You can see the tobacco package there. I received this when I was doing acts of service for an elder living in the territory in which I work and play. And I'd like to thank her very much for this gift because I use it all the time to thank Mother Earth and give an offering when I am taking anything, even energy from the world around me. And that's what I'm doing here today, is taking energy. So yeah, that's my little altar, and I sat out there and I felt the power for 30 minutes and gathered all around the twinkle of the snow, the fresh, vibrant bite of the cool air, and I just thought about the type of energy I would like to bring and the success of the gathering. And hopefully throughout the week, I'm going to continue to take the time and grow this energy more and more so that when we all arrive together on Wednesday, I can share it with everybody. Yeah. So the next thing I did was pull a card from my Green Witch Tarot guide. And I did this so that I could kind of give an overall vibe or framing of what the day will be on Wednesday. And I got the Oak King. I'm going to put a separate video of what it says, but it's the Oak King is a really great card to have, and I'm really excited that this is what I pulled, especially because it's upright and it talks about, the King is a major arcana card, and it talks about the cycle of the year, the leaving of behind and gathering of resources and renewing yourself for the coming year, about like rebirth and intentions. So that's really fitting for a snow moon since we are leaving winter behind and seeing signs of spring coming ahead, because even though it is cold and there's the most snowfall in February, there is also light is more and more each day, and the darkest days of 2025 are behind us. So that's amazing. I'm so happy about this card. So I can't wait to see everybody, and stay warm in the snow moon.